Hello, welcome back to my React Day. We will be reacting to Womansplaining Men to Women, Part 3. If you haven't seen the previous parts, please go back and check those out. I hope you enjoy the video.
I just got some food, and it looks really good. But he's being really stingy and doesn't want to give me any.
Come on, man. You like my food, man.
So can I have some?
No, I don't advocate for beating women, but sometimes... Holy sh... Ugh. Fork in the hand based. Lord have mercy.
No. That smile.
Fucking done with you, bro. Fucking did.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
She thinks it's cute, which is the issue. But also, like, again, this happens on both sides. That's not a gender thing. Both sides do that kind of shit. Pranking families, pranking people who prank others, throw them in the pit.
Hell no, she just took that way too far. Look, there are 3 things that belong to a man that you cannot touch. His partner, his money, and his food. And this is not a Venn diagram, okay? Just because you are his partner does not entitle you to the other.
Also, if you say that you don't want something while they're out, that's on you. I know that one's a hot take. I am autistic. And even I can be like, I know I'm not hungry right now, but if you bring me a 5-piece chicken nugget and a Dr. Pepper, I will be fine. So if you haven't eaten in 6 hours and you tell your partner that you're not hungry and to just get whatever they want for food, then that's on you. I will say I will applaud the partners that like learn their partner's like pattern of being like, my partner always wants food. If I just get food for myself, they end up seeing it, getting hungry and not realizing how hungry they were. When it comes to like relationships, like if you can take the time to learn your partner, but like also sometimes it comes from a place of not being able to ask too.
And look, we've all been in that situation where our man orders something different from us and it looks so good and you want to try a little bit, so you ask. That is
You ask.
very, very different than putting your nasty doo-doo fingers all over his stuff before he can even smell it.
No, that was her pranking him. Or at least like quote unquote pranking him or whatever. I don't know. That was the smile said it all, is that she thought she was being cute and she thought she was being funny.
Did you hear that banging at the end?
Are you serious?
That was him throwing away the food. He was so upset.
Honestly, fair. Because she was probably, are you serious, to him throwing it away. And she's like, I could have eaten that. I bet you anything that was going to be her next words.
That hurt to watch. And look, I went full detective on this video. I put my eyes all over it, okay? All right, this part of the clip right here. What do you see? Another box. Meaning he probably got her own damn food and she's the one being selfish and greedy trying to get more. Or devil's avocado, very unlikely given how hungry my boy looks in this video. Or maybe that was his second box and he did order both for himself. Guess what? He's a grown man. He's entitled to ordering 2 boxes of food
Or it was all planned.
for himself without having to worry about your doo-doo fingers going on it. And guess what else?
It could have been
You are
planned.
a grown woman. Stop acting like you don't know how to order food. If you're hungry, say it with your chest. Quit doing this thing where you go to the restaurant and you order a salad, and you're gonna stay skinny, and then you keep eating half the fries and half his burger off his plate anyway. Girl, I know you got...
I heard a Reddit story about this recently because a couple had an issue about it. Apparently, this is actually that behavior specifically, and I'm saying this is like anyone ever gets into a relationship or has a partner that does this. It can be an ED. So just be aware that, like, really look at how they see themselves and how they feel about their self-confidence and like how they look and like if they're trying to quote unquote diet or not, because apparently this is a symptom of an eating disorder.
Uber, DoorDash, and Instacart on your phone right now. You probably got a cute little decorated folder for it and everything, okay? Men love hungry women, okay? Quit faking it. And Shakir, if you are watching this, dinner's on me and the council. Womansplaining Male Behaviors to Women, Part 20. Does he leave nasty dishes sitting in the sink full of water and tell you that he's just letting them soak? Is he trying to get out of doing the dishes? Is there any science behind this?
It's just because stuff comes off easier instead of like, because I'm stubborn and I will spend 5 minutes getting sauce out of a pan with hot water and rinsing it and destroying the earth, then I would rather have it soak.
But just because he hates you and is trying to weaponize his incompetence against you? Yes, yes, and no. First of all, if a man is doing something on purpose just to drive you crazy, you'll know because he won't be able to stop laughing. So this isn't it. Yes, he doesn't want to do the dishes. No one
Alternatively, he's a narcissist. But that's rare.
wants to do the dishes. And yes, there's a science behind it, which
I did also learn recently that sometimes narcissism can look like, or sometimes anxiety can cause you to have like narcissistic tendencies. And so like whenever like, you know, you read those like toxic mother-in-law stories and stuff like that, it's a good thing to always say like toxic, because the issue is that there's a difference between constantly seeing yourself as the victim and being a narcissist. And I learned that recently, and that's really fun.
makes doing the dishes easier on him, hence why he does it. There are actually two mathematical factors that play into this maneuver.
I just can't stand putting my hand in the dirty cold water. Like, ugh. Like I will use something to pop the drain up so that I don't fucking touch it.
The first is path of least resistance, and the second is order of operations. Path of least resistance comes into play because when
Use
you allow
gloves.
the dishes
I don't like gloves because because I'm blind. I rely a lot on like texture and like touch. It's not that my touch is heightened. I just rely on it more. That's not how that works. But like I rely a lot more on touch in order to do stuff. So
to soak in the water, it gives
That's
the
not
water
really an
enough
issue.
time to penetrate the food, break it down, and reduce its ability.
she hates gloves. I can't work in gloves. I can use them to clean things. I can use them to handle raw meat, but I cannot work with them. That's the whole reason my hand cam streams, I'm not gloved, is because I would not be able to put together Legos. I would not be able to cut things. I would not be able to do anything. I couldn't do it. I hate it. I can't stand it. But what's changed the game on cleaning and cooking is like I use it to clean up the like litter boxes and stuff like that. What changed the game on that is actually just getting gloves that fucking fit. Like getting gloves that fit your hand can make the world of difference.
Is stain the cookware. It's also way easier to scrub off at that point. We also see a more formidable order of operations because instead of cook food, desperately attempt to scrub the food off without
I mean, this just seems like a typical person thing more than anything, because like my grandmother did this. Like the sink would constantly have like one side filled with water and dishes would be in it. Like that's just not constantly, but most of the time. Like that's just kind of how some people operate.
any time to soak, then finally eat dinner after the food is already cooled down just to do the dishes again later. After dinner, we see cook food, start the soak, eat
If there are things that need to be like more involved than just like rinsing them, then we will put them in the oven. After like food is done, they go in the oven. They'll either go in the sink or they'll go in the oven until like everything is done, because again, cats.
the hot dinner with your family, enjoy some time in the evening with your family, then do the pans at the same time as all the other dishes later. Now there is a time limit. You can't let it go on for days or else it's gonna start growing like microbes and shit. But I think we've all seen cookware where when we're done cooking with it, we're like, this is gonna need an old priest and a new priest, and that's gonna need to soak for a little bit longer. Trust me, ladies, I did not want to believe it either, but after trying it, the men might be onto something here.
I will say a hot take though. The sink doesn't have to be full of water for you to soak things, because you wanna know the magical solution. Fill up whatever pan needs to be soaked and then put the bowls in it, or the silverware, or whatever utensil you use to cook. Bam. The only thing that has water in it is the pan.
Womansplaining Men to Women 21. Men do not like being mean to women. If you have a problem, they want to
Play.
fix it so badly. However, they also cannot help being smartasses if your problem is not a real problem. If you approach a man with a problem and it is a hiccup at best, I'm sorry, you're about to get roasted. He has to. I'll give you an example.
Okay, but they'll take it too far though, which is the
I had
issue.
a buddy who had a girlfriend who was always saying things like, I should just get a boob job. All your exes had big boobs. I bet you wish I had big boobs.
That's a trap.
All the time. Finally, one day she said it again. She goes, I should just get a boob job. And he just straight up said in front of God and everybody, maybe you should. Sounds like you want one. Now, to his girlfriend, was this the right answer? No. But does he regret it? No. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Actually, I have another one for you.
But that's just toxic behaviors. That's not problems.
Fresh off the griddle, I'm actually still kind of mad about this one. So my buddy's girlfriend is complaining to him about something going on in her life, and he's on
Okay,
his
so natural
phone,
problem.
just kind of nodding, agreeing, saying like, yeah, that sucks. Well, I guess he wasn't comforting her well enough because she abruptly just gets up and goes, thanks for the support, and storms off. And he's sitting there like, what? That's when he gets his first paragraph in text form, yes, even though she's right upstairs, of her describing that he doesn't really love her based off of his actions.
Also toxic. Do not, like, do you even love me? I don't think you love me. If you loved me, you wouldn't do X. If you loved me, you wouldn't do B. No, don't. That's also toxic. It's also really toxic.
He tries to explain, I would have loved to hug and comfort and hold you during this if I had known that that's what you needed, but you did not communicate that. She proceeds to say, yes, I did. I said, thanks for your support. He says, that's not communication, that's sarcasm. She says, no, it wasn't. So he says, then you're welcome. Both situations that could have been easily solved if they...
Why are people together? Why are people dating? This is where it's like both sides just don't know how to communicate properly. And then they get mad at each other because they can't.
They just communicated properly. Situation 1, hey boyfriend, are you happy with my boobs? Yes, problem solved. Situation 2, hey boyfriend, can you come comfort me? Yes, problem solved. Guys don't have problems doing either of those things.
That's not what you said though. You said I'm being autistic. I'm being autistic. I'm being autistic.
Ask any dude, a handful is all you need. But for the second scenario, this is where I went from you can still work things out to you need to dump her immediately. Do you want to know what the personal issue was that she was complaining about? So she was planning on visiting her parents, who happen to own multiple properties. They're not rich or anything, they just happen to inherit them after family members passed. So when she visits, she's used to using one of those homes for herself. Well, she was complaining because this particular time she was not going to get to use one of the homes for herself, which was a major inconvenience for her because her parents were renting them out to Ukrainian refugees from the war. As a Ukrainian, may I just say, always remember, men will help you if you're...
This one took a turn. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible because this has nothing to do with the war. We're going to pretend they're not Ukrainian refugees and that they're just friends of the family that couldn't stay in their home because they ran into financial distress. When you start getting into comparisons, no matter how big or small certain things are, as long as you're not taking it out on the person involved, I think it's fair. You can vent. You're allowed to feel inconvenienced. You're allowed to feel like minorly inconvenienced. You're allowed to feel those things. It's fine. It doesn't hurt anyone. But if that was the case, then anytime I came on here during an a-thon, I'd be like, hey, we're going to be raising money for my medical bills because I'm currently like $3,000 in medical debt. And then someone goes, Estrella, people have cancer, and that puts them into hundreds of thousands of dollars of medical debt. Then you're just kind of left sitting there like, well, shit. As long as they're not taking it to the person, it's fine. Vent as much as you want to. You're allowed to feel bad. But that doesn't really excuse him and being an asshole back. It doesn't excuse her being an asshole to him because he didn't support her in the way that she wanted to be supported and not communicating. That's a communication issue and not being able to communicate your needs, which can take time and a lot of effort. Then that person's an asshole. People have issues, but they shouldn't be making it a competition. While I agree there is a very clear winner in this competition, someone else having an issue doesn't automatically make your inconveniences null. And it's fair. It's fair to be inconvenienced. This is what gets me. Someone with a chronic illness will make a video being like, I've had like a bad flare today, and like having to sit there and like listen to my aunt say that she had a headache was just like, girl, you have a headache. Whoop-de-fucking-do. And it's just like, Steele made a really good point about some things. I deal with a base level of like 5 to 7 to maybe even 8 on like a daily basis. But like, I've never once like given him shit for like him injuring himself. He'd be like, oh, like I slammed my knee into the car door yesterday or earlier, and it's like, I need your help with the groceries. I didn't give him shit for it. I didn't baby him because like if he needs help, he'll ask me. But like, I didn't give him shit for it. The context is obviously there's a clear winner in this situation, but also like, I don't think she's wrong for feeling inconvenienced. But at the same time, it's like, girl, be so for real right now.
Use hints and men won't understand. Ask and they'll give you the moon from the sky. There's no other options.
There's no in between. There's no in between.
Facts. Men have conquered entire countries for women. In fact, for about 500 years between the 1400s and the 1900s,
Not the
women
moon.
were 27% more likely to wage war than men. And they weren't doing the
Ginger.
fighting. Men were obeying what their queen told them to do. And just so we're clear, passive-aggressive comments are not the same as asking. Do you think
They're also not the same as hints.
Queen Isabella took Granada from the Moors, unifying Spain and giving rise to history's first global superpower by
Also, big tip though, if you're gonna get into a relationship, use the notes app. Anytime she says she likes something, she wants something, she acts really excited about something, or starts like write down her coffee order, especially if it changes. Stay updated on when it changes. Write all that shit down. Organize it into tabs. Have like a tab for like gift giving, a tab for like errands, and a tab for food orders. Like organize that shit. You need to have a database on your partner and name it something crazy and have it passworded. Okay, no, then she's gonna think you're cheating on her. Because funnily enough, people will use the notes app to cheat. And it's crazy. But that means I gotta type shit. If you loved me, you would do it.
Womansplaining Men to Women, episode 23. I'm gonna cover a lot in this one. Okay, so I found this article on BuzzFeed that was things men secretly do that's gross. And I say secretly because men would freely admit to this shit. But I have to admit, a lot of this stuff is efficient. Let's look at some and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, number one, and I knew this would be on here, peeing in the shower. I mean, duh, even urologists will tell you there's nothing wrong with peeing in the shower. What is the difference between peeing in the shower drain and peeing in a different drain a foot?
There is a difference between some people. The issue is not all showers are level or have proper draining. And so what will end up happening is that you'll have like pee water in the corner of the shower that doesn't get sent down the drain. And that's kind of
Besides, I know most of you are flushing with the toilet seat open, shooting the bacteria up everywhere. At least when you pee down the shower drain, there's no plume. And that gross habit
Yeah, see,
actually
that-
ties in with this one. Blowing their nose in the shower. Gee, sorry for reducing
I do that too. If I'm sick, I'm 100% blowing my nose in the shower.
tissue
That's why I
waste.
got in the
It's
shower.
men's fault that the hot steam from the shower creates the perfect environment to break down the mucus and clean their nasal cavities. They're just opportunists. Cutting their fingernails and leaving the clippings laying around. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that
Women do that too.
women always go around the bathroom picking up every single piece of their nail they clip. You know how women never
No, okay, someone I know does it in the bathtub so that it catches into the drain for the most part, and they just have to get like a little piece of toilet paper or paper towel and just pick it up that way. And it's a man. A man does that. Or hair that flicks to the shower walls. That one I hate because I can't see it. There is a vision issue. I can't see it. Steele's like, yeah, but you have to get it off your hand somehow. And I'm like, then hold your hand under the shower and point it downward. I've never in my life been unable to get a piece of hair off my hand. I didn't know that women stick their hair to the fucking shower walls until like a TikTok one day. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you just let that shit wash down your hand. It's not that hard.
shaving and not taking the time to wash away the whiskers that fall in the sink.
I mean, that's fair. I rinse the sink after I get done brushing my teeth. Or again, take a wet paper towel and wipe it.
Oh yeah, that also reminds me of the way that women always clean out their long-ass hairs from the shower drain.
I do. I actually roll my hair into a ball because I don't want it going down the drain because our drain is too big. And so the hair gets caught and it's weird. So I will take the hair, roll it into a ball, and wait until I'm done showering and toss it. If it takes me too long, then I just have this little corner on the shower tray where I keep my ball of hair and it stays dry so it's not disgusting. But I don't want the hair going down the drain. There's also the thing of like, why is this a competition? Both of y'all should be cleaning up after your fucking selves.
As if we don't do that thing where when we get a loose hair on our fingers in the shower, we don't like wipe it on the wall and create
Again, did not know this was a thing until TikTok.
this weird wall of hairs. Farting loudly when there's no one on the street with them. This sentence literally
I have learned semi-recently that people don't know you can control how loud your farts are. I think it's like harder to do when you're standing up, but you can control how much air comes out for the most part. Like, why are you, I mean, who does this bother? This doesn't bother anybody. Like, oh, the street's empty. I'm just gonna let this out without having to worry about it. Who cares?
justifies itself. You know, according to some philosophers, if no one was there, the man didn't even fart.
Yeah, be fair.
On really hot days, shaking their leg vigorously to unstick their balls from their thigh. Ma'am, would you
Is that a complaint? Or are you just like listing is this something people are complaining about? Like, bro, I will adjust my underwear in public if I'm like for sure no one's around, because I'm not walking around with that shit up my ass.
Rather his balls solder onto his leg? Let him live. Peeing in a bottle because the toilets are too far away. I think she's just jealous, honestly. I
Yeah, part of that is jealousy.
know I am. I like road trips so much.
But also, like, I'll be so real with you, like, sometimes it's not. A bottle of pee anywhere is a point of failure. It's a point of failure, and that disturbs me.
Standing further back from the toilet than usual just to work on their marksmanship.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Y'all are really out here turning the average bathroom trip into the Highland Games. All right, I might have penis envy. Picking out wads of toilet paper lodged in
But there is this issue that the further you stand back, the more it splashes. You gotta be
their
careful.
butt crack. Oh my god, men have to hold in their farts, leave their balls stuck to their legs, and now they have to leave toilet paper in their ass? Talk about unrealistic beauty
Bidet!
standards. Wearing jeans for more than a month without washing them. Nah, we stand purgatory jeans on this channel. It is the way. Eating something that fell on the ground because it was only on the ground for like 5 seconds. It's like nothing.
I'm weird. I have contamination issues, but I will do this.
Hell yeah, dude. Men are resourceful. They're
It
not gonna
depends on
lose
what
to
it
that.
is.
Plus,
If
prove
it
their
collected
immune
dirt,
system.
no.
Combo
If it was a
breaker.
hard piece of
Going
candy,
to the
sure.
bathroom and letting the last drop of pee fall into their underwear. Ooh, ladies, you do not want to compare urine droplets to female discharge. That is not a war you want to fight. The fact of the matter is, men are gross, but we love it. And society
No, we don't. No.
depends on it. Slaughterhouse work, plumbing, portable toilet
That's different.
cleaners, sewage cleanup, mortuary embalming, disgusting,
There's women that do these jobs too.
filthy jobs predominantly dominated by men.
Yes, that's
We
fair.
want to do it. We all benefit from it, but most women are not willing to be that gross. So instead of being mad at men for willing to be grosser than us, how about a thank you?
That's different. Leaving your face shavings in the sink is different than being willing to be a butcher. And by that logic, you kind of like broke your own argument, because part of your argument was like, women are just as gross. And then immediately you're like, women don't want to be gross. Yeah, thank me for picking my nose. That's just like, no. No, I love her videos though. I do. I love her videos. I don't, this is just like, I have to like autistically analyze these for content's sake. So if I said anything that sounds stupid or dumb or you didn't agree with, that's fair. That's valid. I get it. Where's my thank you for burping loudly in public? No.